All right, ladies and gentlemen, peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. All praises to the Most High for allowing us to be here another day. Now, I know you saw the caption, and this is something that has been gripping the news for a long time regarding Diddy and all of the allegations and the parties and the celebrities and the questions and the answers, and a lot of people talking what people have been talking for years and decades. And this is a subject that I normally, wouldn't talk about, but I just decided to take a break from all of the monotony of the injustices, and this still deals with injustice and crime. But I thought this was a good topic to talk about because I just received a notification, a message, a news article that said Jay-Z was accused of R-wording and de-rugging a minor along with Sean Diddy Combs in 2000. Now, if y'all been watching, of course, y'all been watching the internet, and many people have been talking about it, but it's almost like when is everything going to come out? Because if Diddy is this millionaire and everybody goes to his parties and he was doing things at these parties, then everybody who was at the party is culpable or guilty. But this article has some information, and I will put it on the screen, but I don't want YouTube to flag the video. So, I'm just going to read it. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I know it's late. It's not the regular hours, but I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you could like and share the video, and if you do want to call in and talk, the phone lines are open. But this article is from USA Today, so it's a very credible source. And so, and first of all, let me say all these things are alleged. I don't know any of these things. I'm just reading from the article. But this article says that Jay-Z has been accused of assaulting. And we know what the S stands for. Teenage, and they use the plural, girls, alongside of Sean Diddy Combs, allegedly in the early 2000s. Now, this is from an amended lawsuit. So this lawsuit was already filed, but then they went back and amended the lawsuit. Maybe in the first lawsuit, the lady probably said, well, there was another person there. But in this lawsuit, she's actually naming the names. But this is an Alabama woman. An Alabama woman identified anonymously as Jane Doe claims that the billionaire music mogul born Sean Carter and Combs de-rugged her and R-word aped her at an after party following the MTV Music Video Awards in September 2000. Now, this woman brought a lawsuit against Combs in October for the alleged assault. So this is an old lawsuit that was filed 2 months ago, and this is an Alabama woman. And so evidently this amended assault was just filed like today or yesterday. So this girl alleges that another unnamed celebrity, and like I said, at these parties, probably everybody's standing around. And she said another unnamed celebrity stood by and watched as Combs and Carter took turns on her. They took turns on her, and they said NBC News was the first report this news. So evidently this was the first person. And he said Ashton Kutcher. All right, yep, and that's right, protected by God. That's the age that they said she was. And then the article goes on to say Combs has been allowed for years to conduct himself in this manner. The lawsuit reads, filed by a Texas-based attorney, Tony Busby. He believes he's above the law. He is not. His close friend, Sean Carter, has been with Combs during many such instances. Both perpetrators must face justice. And so this lawsuit says that he been with Puffy when this was going down. Now, I don't know if y'all know the early 2000s also when him and R. Kelly had the Best of Both Worlds out. And they were going on tour. That was one of the hottest albums with R. Kelly and Jay-Z. And then all of a sudden the accusations came out against R. Kelly. And that's when Jay-Z distanced himself from R. Kelly. But as many people point out, especially during the R. Kelly, trial shows, too many people were around him to know to not know what he was doing. And so if Jay-Z all of a sudden distanced himself when the allegations came out, if he's in the studio, if he's, on tour with this man, he knows how this man is getting down. And I think one rapper, I think it was DMX, said that he walked in and he saw R. Kelly with the young lady sitting on his lap. And he looked around at everybody and was like, yo, what y'all got going on here? And he walked out. So evidently a lot more people knew what was going on. So in this instance, they're saying Jay-Z was right around these things, and probably was like if all of y'all, I ain't gonna say all of y'all, but I know I done had some dirtbag friends. Now, not to this level, but I know what the friends or even the people I hang around, I know what they own. Now, I know if I'm not with it, I make sure to distance myself or whatever. But people, birds of a feather flock together. That's right, protected by God. So this article goes on to say Jay-Z vehemently denies the allegations against him in a statement Sunday. Of course, that's what he's supposed to do. The claims against Jay-Z come amid an avalanche of legal woes for Combs, who was arrested in September on the charges of, and I'm not going to read all those charges, y'all should know them by now. The embattled hip-hop mogul has been held in custody at the Special Housing Unit, meaning he's in protective custody, at Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. And his trial is set for May the 5th. What's going on here in Birmingham? So in this 14th-page indictment filed in the federal court, Combs was accused of turning his multifaceted business empire into a criminal enterprise in which he and his associates engaged in. It gives a list of the crimes, which you should already know by now. And this anonymous accuser revealed her name after the judge's order. Now, Jay-Z, he snapped back in a statement put out today and said that Busby's lawsuit, the attorney that's representing this lady, is a blackmail attempt. And this is what Jay-Z said. He said what he had calculated was that the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. Jay-Z said of Busby in the statement, no, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. Now, Jay-Z is a smart man. Jay-Z is a smart man because now he's turning the criminal allegations into civil allegations. That's what's called diverting attention from the crime. He said, nah, he's trying to extort me, and I'm not going to give you no penny. But, you know, he didn't exactly deny. He denied it in so many words. He said Jay-Z, who was married to pop star superstar Beyonce, went on to say that his only heartbreak is for my family. The couple shares 3 children, and he says, my wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. Now, once again, Jay-Z is a very smart man. What is he doing? He's diverting the attention again to, I have children. I have to explain to these children what these allegations are and, deny them. And then he said, I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Yet another loss of innocence. Now, not to mention this alleged minor that you're talking about, but he said another loss of innocence, meaning his children's. Children should not have to endure such at a young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. Now, of course, that's probably written by his publicist or whatever, because that's some great verbiage. Jay-Z's a smart man, but that doesn't really sound like something that he would write. But he again diverts the attention to the children. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I see you in there, Jay Glover. Now he concluded, my heart and support goes out to the true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. In the fall of 2000, around the time of the Jane Doe's allegations, Jay-Z was gearing up for the release of his 5th album, The Dynasty. That album went on to sell 2 million copies and spawned the #1 hot single, I Just Want to Love You. All right, and so the article goes on to, mention, more about Diddy, more about their friendship, more about the lawyer who was accused of extortion by a high-profile celebrity, and so on and so forth. And so, now, what do y'all think? What do y'all think in the comments? I see a lot of y'all mentioning Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright did that interview not too long ago. And I think it was with, what's my man's name? Was it Pierce Brosnan or something like that? Pierce Brosnan went on to have to take the video down. I think Jaguar Wright was up there. But they had to take the video down, and Jay-Z flexed his legal muscle. But everything Jaguar Wright said, a lot of people. Now I listened to a couple of interviews and things like that, but I've already studied the industry, and I've been around some people who've been close to those things, and I know that when you get a certain amount of money, everything, things just have to get weirder and weirder and weirder for you to get satisfaction. The Bible speaks of that. It says the eye is never satisfied with getting. And so the more you get, the more you get, the more you have, the more pleasures and thrills that you experience, especially when you sinning, the deeper and deeper and deeper it has to get. And I'm sort of a witness to that in my own lifestyle, in the past, where you're involved in drugs and alcohol, and sooner or later, no amount of alcohol is enough, no amount of drugs are enough. So I wouldn't put it past them. A lot of them, I remember one article or one video I read was yeah, I saw that. I saw his son. I didn't watch that, but I saw that Nubian Queen as well. But I heard him talking about spirit cooking. Spirit cooking is when they, I guess they take a whole bunch of bodily fluids and they put them in a bucket or something, and they start painting on the wall. And all of these things are, borderline satanic and ritualistic, devil worshiping, whatever you want to call it. But there's definitely an evil entity in the entertainment business, and we have to be careful on, who we worship and, who we give praise to, just because they're good entertainers, just because they can sing, just because they can put on a performance, that does not necessarily mean they're good people, and that does not necessarily mean that they won't do anything to keep that power, and whether that is to lead you astray as well. So I wouldn't put it past them. Of course, I don't know, but if you remember back in the days, when Rockefeller was going through their thing, and many people don't know that Dame Dash was actually, talking to Aaliyah as well. I don't know if this was at the time of her demise or whatever, but also they said that Jay-Z was trying to talk to her when, she was, 15 or 16. Now, this is allegedly. Now, also a few years back, I don't know if y'all remember this as well, Foxy Brown. You remember Foxy Brown? Ain't no nigga like the one I got. No one can. You better. He's around and you get you unlocked. Keeps you in diamonds and laugh. Now that was the joint in 96. Now I remember because 96 is the year I graduated from high school. That was the year that I started, really, making some street moves, as they call it. But Foxy Brown came out later and said that, and she said it in a rap. She was like, such and such and such, such and such. Y'all thought it was Nas or AZ, but on the real, it was really Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, that she was alleging that, Jay was, trying to get at her. So, yeah, Foxy was 15 at the time. And when you're doing sexually explicit songs like that with minors, that does kind of put you on like a borderline perv type deal. And I didn't even know Foxy Brown was that young when that song came out. But if you got the young girl singing, ain't no like the one, and I think he was like 26 at the time. That's definitely out of line. Yeah, Jay. Yeah. That sounds like Jay. Yeah, that sounds like Jay. That Jay flow. So and then you got to go back to when he started talking to Beyonce. Now I think Beyonce at the time that they allegedly got together. What was Beyonce? Beyonce was like 18. 19, if that. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I know somebody can Google it real quick. I think Beyonce was like 18 and he was like 32. Now that's that's legal, I guess, in legal terms. But is that morally right? And what is 16 allegedly? Okay, well, yeah, they started talking, I think, when they were 16, they really got together. So allegedly, but this is only the tip of the iceberg, but going also on a, let's not forget the racial component of it all, because it's been well known of other well-known people, who are not of our who. Why aren't they investigating Aaron Hall? Him and Diddy was swapping teenage girls in the hotel room they shared. Aaron was messing with Gloria Velez. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. So this is an industry-wide phenomenon. This is an industry-wide phenomenon that, this is what they do. Now, once again, I know y'all don't remember Pizzagate. If anybody in here remembers Pizzagate. Pizzagate was focused on members of Congress in DC. Members of Congress in DC, and you won't hear about it. It's been swept under the rug. You can dig up some things about it if you dig deep enough. But Pizzagate, it was a quote-unquote pizza shop right across the street from Capitol Hill or somewhere in that area. And the politicians and, the entertainers, they could call in and they could order, a pizza without, a pizza with just cheese, right? And that was the code word for like a 7 year. Okay, hold on. I don't know, somebody that was like the code word for like a 7-year-old, girl or something like that. Then you order a pepperoni pizza with no mushrooms or whatever. And that would be like a 10-year-old boy or something. Like it was really like sinister. It was really sinister what they was doing, and I forgot how it came out, but I mean that thing went away so quick. I mean, so quick that nobody has ever heard of it. And so when we talk about things like ex trafficking and stuff like that, you got to realize that powerful people are involved in it. They are involved in it. Now, also, when these things occur, we also have to worry about the money grabbers. And by that, I mean people who's just trying to get in and get their hand. The movie Blink Twice. Okay. But people are trying to get their hands in the cookie jar. People are trying to get their hands in the cookie jar with all of the lawsuits and allegations. Now, I gotta go ahead and admit, I like I said, I don't even like to talk about this stuff because I think it's just frivolous because we put too much stock in these individuals, and then when they fall or when their true character comes out, it's like, oh my God, like this is big, but they're just regular people with regular dark stuff in their closet, not justifying it, but everybody has something that they struggle with. Now, not to that extent, but I just think we put too much all we're gonna have is jazz, blues, and country music after a while. But I don't like to talk about these topics because, like I said, I know it's meant to basically distract us from a lot of other stuff that's going on, like all these young black men being found suspended from trees, but they keep calling it, self-unalivement. But somebody reached out to me about 3, maybe 4 weeks ago, right? And there's been a couple of girls making their rounds. Appreciate you, Miss Terry Lily, Lady T. Appreciate you, Late Night with Rich. All right, appreciate you. So, but it was this lady who reached out to me and they sent me a message and was like, yeah, man, it's this girl who is, she's, one of the accusers of Diddy, right? And she was, I seen her on a podcast and she was talking about she's writing a book and she needs somebody to hear, she needs somebody to help her publish it, right? And I thought about you. So I think it'll be a good look for you, and I was like, okay, cool. Hand her my number, right? Give her my number. And then, I didn't even, I don't think, I didn't even look her up. I was just like, okay, well, she got a book. I'll help her publish it. I'm not trying to get into all of that. But one of them lied. I'm probably sure both of them lied. But hold on, let me finish the story and I got receipts. Like I got receipts, I got texts, I got actually some video, right? But so I didn't think nothing of it. And then so the same girl reached out to me again and was like, did she get at you? I was like, nah, did you give her my stuff? She was like, yeah. She was like, matter of fact, she sent me her number. She sent me her number and she sent me a message or whatever. She sent me her Facebook or something. So I messaged her or whatever. And we agreed to talk, the next day. And so if y'all seen this lady, matter of fact, I'm gonna just pull up one of the videos. I'm not gonna play the video. Yeah, and I said, yeah. So we ended up talking. We talked for about a good 30 minutes the first time, right? 30 minutes, and she was telling me her story. She went on rambling and rambling, as she does in her interviews. And I was like, okay, I published the book. Well, I'm not ready yet. I gotta wait till this lawsuit. Gotta see how this lawsuit was going. Misha, she was saying she was the okay, well, yeah, let's yeah. So she was telling me the same thing. She kept mentioning Misha and this, that, and the other, right? And so I was like, okay. So she kept saying that, she wasn't ready to publish the book yet. When it's ready, I'll let you know. And she was talking about, I just did my first interview yesterday, right? So I was like, yeah. And so she sent me the interview, and I watched it. And when I watched it, I should have known right then to just leave it alone. But I didn't, against my better judgment. But so I was like, okay, well, when was it? It was probably like 2 or 3 days later we talked. And I said, okay, well, look, since you're doing an interview, what do you, what I'm saying? I got a little platform. I would like you to come tell your story, because at the time I'm thinking that she's a genuine victim. Like she's a genuine, she just wants to cry out. Somebody has opened up the cans of worms and she wanted to, tell the story. So, I said, okay, why don't you come on my channel and tell it, right? And so the first thing that should have just said, all right, man, never mind. But once again, I'm trying to be, trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. First thing that came to mind was, how much we talking? How much we talking, right? And I was like, I don't normally pay people, to do interviews. Like my platform is for people who want to tell their story. But but she was like, well, this, that, and the other, my other interview was really good. It got so many, views and things like that. So I looked at the interview and I saw what she was talking about. And I kind of related to a history of being like from a good family and going down the wrong path, right? And so I said, okay, well, what, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a lot of money, you know what I'm saying, to pay for no interview. Like, I'm not, you know, that's not what I do. And so I was like, you know what I'm saying? She was like, how much you got? I was like, man, I give you $100, you know. I said, I give you $100. And she was like, shoot, oh, da. I'm like, well, you know, I mean, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't pay for interviews, right? And so, um, she she said, well, you know, what about, you know, if when we do the interview, then, you know, if it makes a certain amount of new views, then you can give me, you know, like half of what it makes or whatever. So I'm like, cool, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to be able to tell your story, right? And so I was like, cool. So, and I was like, well, when you want to do it? She was like, we'll do it Tuesday or tomorrow, but I really need $100 now so I can go ahead and get my hotel room. Right. I can go and get my hotel room for another day. Now, as soon as she said that, I should have known as well. Look, I'm never going to see that $100 again. I'm never going to see this interview, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got scammed. I can admit it. She scammed. I'm going to do a whole video about it, really. So I don't know why I'm talking about it now. But now, long story short, this is the lady right here. I'm going to share the screen. This is the lady right here that claimed to be a victim. But she scammed me out of $100. So if she's the victim, this is the lady right here, and this lady right here, and I'm not going to
Someone said,
but yeah, so that's, let me mute it. I can't. Oh yeah, that's right. He said you can't play none of his videos. So let me back out of that one. But yeah, so you know, this is the person who claimed that she was a, you know, porn star. She was at the parties and she was naming a whole bunch of names and stuff like that. But it has came out, you know, through, and I you know, I just wanted to show you and her name is um Adria English, right? And yeah, and that's the thing too. Like when that, and I'm gonna show you, because now now, to her credit, man, I just tell you right now. So we had set it up for one day. I think it was a Tuesday at 8 o'clock, right? You got the same email into Brett, yeah. So I think it was at Tuesday at 8 o'clock, right? And so I hear them like, yo, what's up? Oh, my phone about to dead. It's on 1%. Right. So I'm like, okay, if you know you got an interview at 8 o'clock, why would your phone that? Right. So she said, give me 15 minutes. And so then 15 minutes go by. And I already know, like I said, I already know, like, I never expected this, you know what I'm saying? When I gave it $100, I really just gave it to her because but so then about 45 minutes come by. She said, yeah, man, I'm just it's on about 15% now, right? And so I'm like, okay, man. So now here it comes, like 9:15. She called me, like, you ready? I said, yeah, well, all right, man. All right, yeah, I'm ready. So I'm sitting right here. I'm actually frustrated because I could have been doing something else. I really didn't want to do it anyway. So then she gets on, you know, we get on, I start the thing. She first of all, she got a blunt lit up right there. Like, I ain't start recording yet, but when we get on the little FaceTime joint, she's smoking a blunt. I said, right then, I was like, man, all right. So um so we start trying to do it, you know what I'm saying? She started trying to do it, and she had bad reception. Like, her joint kept spinning and spinning and spinning. Now, mind you, all the other interviews that she did, she was like in a car, or like that. This was like before she even did like two of them. She was in the car, she was somewhere. So I'm just like, you know, her internet kept going out, and I'm like, all right, so, you know, won't you go somewhere else? And then, like, so I mean, I know And once again, nothing against the young lady. If she did, she been through a lot or whatever the case may be. But I know that when somebody's struggling with something, just let me say that she's struggling with something, and I could tell that she was moving like something had control over. Let's just say that. If you listen to her, long enough, you will see. But long story short, and I'll play the video one day, and I go through the texts, but she just, I was just like, man, it got to a point where well, I gotta go to Las Vegas tonight. I gave her another chance. I said we'll do it tomorrow at this time. I called at this time. Oh yeah, I'm on the way to Vegas. I can't. My van is broke. The guy that I can't even. It was like if you listen to her interviews, you can imagine what she was. She was just going. My van is broke. The guy was supposed to fix my van. My homeboy is supposed to give me a room in Vegas. I can't even get to Vegas, and they're waiting on me to come there and do that. I'm like, all right, okay. So, bottom line is, like you gotta be careful of people who are just wanting money, right? And most of the stories that she told, somebody pointed out, is she's talking about what happened to other people. There's really no no direct connection to dry begging. There's really no direct connection between, I guess her and all the alleged people. But and that's I said, but I don't know why that I asked her for the interview. Maybe because once again, like I look at the goodness of everybody's heart. Like if she went through this and she was but if you look at all of her interviews, she keeps saying, well, he kept promising me fame, like everybody was a star. Why I'm not a star, and everybody, everybody this and that. So really she was a willing participant in hopes of starting. Now, not saying that what they did was right. Whoever did it, whoever led her on, whoever passed her around, whoever fed her, whatever she was taking, whoever did that, they were not right. But also, one must take responsibility. Like she kept using the phrase, there was dangling the carrot in front of me. They kept dangling the carrot in front of me. So basically, you were chasing after something, and you were being blinded by that delusion of grandeur, that hope for starting, and then you were willing to do any and everything for that. And I was actually having a conversation with the lady, and y'all tell me, what y'all think. I was having a conversation with a very intelligent lady, and we were talking about it. And I said, okay, at what point do you take responsibility for the situations that you put yourself in? Yes, she claimed to work for Diddy, but he was pimping her out. Yep.
Okay, I found this on the web for do you take
that was Siri. But at what point, y'all tell me, like when do you take responsibility? Like, all the people, like I tell people right now today, right? If R. Kelly was out, now even when R. Kelly was out, and everybody saw that video back in 2003, right? And when was it? It took. You see why I jumped so fast. She do a. Yeah, but listen, yeah, and I'm gonna show y'all the video so y'all can just see it. I'm gonna show it probably like I didn't even want to bring it up because, like I said, this ain't my lane. I'm all about just uplifting and helping our people out. I'm not all into throwing people under the bus. You know what I'm saying, and exposing ourselves, but yeah, that was what was I about to say, but oh yeah, at what point though? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't believe anything that she says as well, but At what point do individuals take responsibility for the positions that they put themselves in? Oh yeah, R. Kelly. Okay, I'm glad y'all brought it back. Okay, so if R. Kelly was out, right, after years of, everybody saw that video, if you're old enough to see it, in like 2002. I told people, even after that, R. Kelly could have walked into any church in America or to any workplace or to any gathering, right? And women would still been falling head over heels over him. Now you can say none of y'all wouldn't have been, and I might can believe it, but because of his superstar, because of that's R. Kelly. If R. Kelly would have choose you out of every girl in the room, like, hey baby, come here, baby. I've been having my eye on you. Don't believe what they say about me, baby. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bit. I believe I can still fly with you by my side. I'm gonna straighten up. See, I thank you. Sure would have. I thank you, phenomenal black queen. You know what I'm saying? Even after all of the allegations, if R. Kelly, if it's you at an extravaganza, if it's at somebody's wedding reception, and they were like, "Oh, R. Kelly singing at the R. Kelly gonna be at the wedding reception." Y'all don't forgot all about the video, the allegations. Oh, okay, I can't wait to see him. Right on. I love it, pretty face. I love it. Y'all tell me online. I can't wait to see him. If R. Kelly would have chose y'all would have walked right out of there with R. Kelly. Just because of the star factor. It's every girl's dream. I don't care how many times he urinated on that girl. That was back then. He's changed now, mama. He's changed. He go to church now, mama. You know what I'm saying? Tell me, we read Psalms 91 together all night. You know what I'm saying? He cried and he cried all day long. You know what I'm saying? So so I don't blame, nobody. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes for any superstar. That goes for any superstar. You know what I'm saying? No matter how bad they are, because it's just how we are programmed. We are wired. They have put these people on a pedestal. They have lifted them up so high. But when it's time to bring them down, they bring them down hard. And that goes for all of them. He's talking about, now I would have chose Gerald Levert. Oh, well, no matter who, what's that dude that with the burnt face up and he can sing? He's a superstar, whatever. He'll get anybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same for me. Like right now, you know what I'm saying? Even though she's not even attractive to me anymore, right? You know what I'm saying? Not every woman, right? But yeah, see her. Now, if Jada Pinkett with the bald head and she be done ran through by August and everything, if she hit me up and say, "Hey Richard, how you doing? I've been watching your YouTube channel, and I just want to fly you out." I don't even what I'm you know what I'm saying? Like that's Jada Pinkett. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to take my mind all the way back to a different world, you know what I'm saying, to get in that mind space. But that's still Jada. She's why you going, nigga. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? So let's not, you know what I'm saying, let's play games that these people have a certain power. They have a certain influence. They have a certain attraction to us because they have been elevated so much. So when these girls say that, he did this to me, he did this to me, he did this to me, he he did this to me, but you was a willing participant. Just like the video that came out with Cassie, right? That video that came out, what was it, early this year? And that video was from 8 years ago, they said, right? 2016. That video was from 8 years ago, and she just filed the suit this year or last year, right? But best believe, if that video was 8 years ago, don't believe that he didn't do that again after that video or before that video. After that video, that wasn't the first and only time that he had did that, right? So what was, and once again, we can go all with the mind manipulation and, you know, the harboring. She was there because of what she got out of it. She got the lifestyle. She got the Bentley. She got the diamond ring. She got the whatever she got from that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? She got it and she dealt with it because, okay, well, shoot, if I leave, I ain't gonna be able to enjoy this no more. I ain't gonna be able to walk at the Grammys on his arm saying, hey, this is I'm with Puffy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get the royal red carpet, even when I'm not with him. When he calls and say, hey, Cassie coming down to Rodeo Drive, let her get $100,000 of whatever she wants. Right? And she go home and then she gets to put on all of that and, you know, go out and drink and sniff or whatever she was doing. But then when you get mad, it's like, oh, why are you doing this? But then after that, it's like, should I leave? Because if I leave, I'm not going to get this royal treatment, or do I stay and put up with it? Now, finally, thanks be to God, she finally said, okay, I'm not putting up with it no more. But at what point, you know what I'm saying, do you once again take responsibility for the role that you played in it? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, like it's because I've been in that world of, you know, substance abuse and money and perceived power. People girls used to come around me just so they could have fun, so they could drink for free, so they could smoke for free, so they could sniff for free, right? But they also knew, you know, that we like, you know, hey, you know what I'm gonna want to do when you come. Now you can call it tricking, you can call it favor for a favor, or you can just call it a good time. It was a party, but nobody forced anybody to do anything. All right, you know, nobody. Okay, if you don't want to give me no, all right, bye. You know what I'm saying? That's that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, for them, it's a much higher level because, you know, nobody knew me. I was just the dude with the good, you know, with the good fish scale. You know what I'm saying? But think about, you are a guy with millions of dollars, and you can say, that's my new artist. We're going to put $10 million behind this new singer, and we're going to make her a star. So those people have more incentive to say, whatever you like, what kind of music you like, whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? They have more incentive to just do whatever the person wants them to do. So you just have to be careful about you know, people wanting to grab money. Now, once again, I don't know, you know, I wouldn't doubt if Jay was somewhere standing around, you know, passing the baby oil, you know what I'm saying, passing the baby oil around, you know what I'm saying, the quote unquote sedative baby oil, rubbing it down, you know, honey, let me rub this on your back, mama. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Sister Rock, yeah, you know what I'm saying, be at home. You know, she watching Blue Ivy and them, you know what I'm saying? They say I look like a camel, but really, you know what I'm saying, I'm smooth as Joe Camel. You know what I'm saying? He rubbing the baby oil on it. I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we just have to be how these people be getting with each other. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Like, and I just saw a story. It was an NBA player. What was the NBA player name? Tyrod Taylor. So Tyrod Taylor, he's a quarterback. He a journeyman quarterback. He was nice a couple of years for the Bills and stuff. But Tyrod Taylor, right? He just broke up with this girl. Now this girl, he a millionaire football player, so he put the girl in the crib. He put the girl in the crib, right? So when they broke up, he like, nah, man, I need you out your crib. Now, mind you, the chick got 3 kids. None of the kids are his. 2 of the kids are by another NBA basketball player. And right now, I think she with another athlete, right? And so he like, you might well get the crib, but she trying to squat like, nah, I remember you said you was gonna sell me the crib. He was like, nah, we ain't with each other now, so you got to go. So she kind of trying to put up a fight, but I'm thinking, okay, she already got 2 kids by one athlete. Now she run from you, an athlete, and go to another athlete. Like, what is the deal with all these athletes passing the same girl around? I don't get it. Like, you got the pick of the litter. Why would you want to go and mess with a girl that hot from basketball player, the football player, the baseball player, the rapper, and you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? And that's, I guess, the same thing with the Hollywood entertainment thing. Like, the actress, J-Lo was with Puffy, now she with Ben Affleck, now she with this rapper and this producer. Everybody just going around in circles. You ain't messing with Dennis Rodman. He will get the career and tear this place up. So, this whole, like I said, this whole Hollywood thing is a weird dynamic. To get in, I think Diddy was spiking the oil. They said horse tranquilizers was in there. Yeah, like it's about it's so many. Yeah, it's like one at one point, like I said, like it's like me, like if I'm going and you know what I'm saying, if I'm going with my homeboys and they rob a bank, right? And I rob the bank with them, then we get caught. Well, I didn't really want to rob it, I just wanted to, get the money from the robbery. They really kind of coerced me. We were smoking and drinking, and one thing led to another, and they enticed me with the promise of $100,000 a piece, and my mom was in the hospital, and none of that is going to fly. We all make the same, we all have the same choices. Are you going to go to those parties? You know what I'm saying? And after you go to one party and you see what goes on, you're going to go back again. After that, you know what I'm saying? It's like you are a willing participant. Nobody's manipulating you after, you know what I'm saying? Now, if they holding out, like the other girl said, what was the other girl, Misha? And I had to stop watching the interviews because it was bothering my mind. But I watched a few of them. But if they're holding you in cages, like the girl said, they had cages on the ground, and they was chopping up infant. They was participating in infanticide. I don't know how to say it. But if they doing all of that, then yeah, like if they got you chained in the basement, you can't leave, and they just give you a piece of bread every now and then okay. I mean, I'm gonna go with your victim story. But when you hopping in, when they tell you, hey, go with him, and you go with him, and then you finish with him, and he say, okay, go with him, and you doing that, and nobody got a chain around your neck telling you, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of it's kind of hard for me to call you a victim. Now, you could be manipulated, you know what I'm saying? Like you could be threatened and intimidated into those things as well. So, but that is the ambiguity, the 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 thin line between victim and participant. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely a thin line between that. So I just had to come on because I never talk about this stuff, and I don't probably won't talk about it again except when I do. Now I'm gonna call Miss English one more time and try to see if she sent my $100 back because she said she was gonna get her homeboy when she was supposed to go to Vegas. I was just like, man, forget it, but just get my $100 back. You know, I'm gonna get my homeboy to send it to you. And I texted the next day and I said, what happened? And I ain't heard nothing else from her. So I'm probably gonna have to go ahead and do a story. And I really don't want to waste my time with it because, like I said, it's my fault, right? Right? I can say that I'm a victim, right? I can say that. I can go with that narrative. Yeah, I'm a victim. She scammed me, but no, I willingly gave her something because I thought that she was going to do an interview with me, right? Or with the chop it up. I know, and it won't even long. I was like literally okay. Well, when I did, I said okay. I just helped her out. You know what I'm saying? I just helped her out. She's scrambling, but you win some, you lose some, right? Some women were, and and that's so that goes outside of what I was talking about. So that is definitely a victim. If you are intoxicated without knowing, then you definitely are a victim. I think she. Hold on, man. Nah, so yeah, that's a different story. That's a this is low. Yeah, so if you are intoxicated without your knowledge, then that's a different story. But okay. So if you are intoxicated without your knowledge and then you go back, is that what is that? Y'all want me to call it? Y'all funny. It is. Let me. That's funny. I ain't even think about that. Yeah, let me call them, Maddie. Now you like y'all know that y'all this just like y'all got me to eat that bear rib on camera that night. But I'm gonna call her because I ain't even think about it. Let's call her and see what she say. Let's call her and see what she say. Y'all like to start stuff. I'm gonna yeah, you dumb if you go back. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Oh yes. Oh, please leave your message. Oh yeah, she either got me blocked or her phone is on 1% again. But yeah, see that? I don't know. See, yeah, that's a number right there. I got it. You see what I got it saved as? So that's she said I'm the porn star that uh, yeah. So yeah, we'll call it. Yeah, what happened? Man, the man now went not now. I'm gonna tell the story. I'm gonna tell the whole story. Yes, he probably blocked me, but it's okay. It's okay. Nah, that's right. Like I said, oh, she on the line. Yeah, she might be. Yeah, she might got. Yeah, but it's okay. It's all right. She got, you know what I mean? Like she needed it better. She needed it worse than I did. You know what I'm saying? Living in a I guess she's living in a car, whatever. But yeah, man, we just chopping it up about the new allegations that have came out with Jay-Z and his alleged participation in some of the acts that my good friend Puff Daddy was engaged in or alleged to be engaged in. So But yeah, when y'all, I used to about call her. Oh yeah, she sent me a whole bunch of pictures and everything. Like I'm gonna do the whole thing one night. We gonna do it live one night. Maybe let me see what's tomorrow. Monday Night Football tomorrow. I think it depends on who play tomorrow. I think it's I don't know if it's good. I don't know. I'll do it. I'll do it. Like I said, because I can't pull the video up because I'm on the stream yard now. But like it's like a 20, 30-minute video of her just, you know what I mean, moving around, nodding off, and doing like this. And, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting right here like, why am I wasting my time? You know what I'm saying? Why am I wasting my time? Yeah, he's my old one star. That's what it is. Like, yeah, so but yeah, like I said, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't, matter of fact, I don't even fault her, man. Like I said, I fault myself. Sometimes you just got to, what she say? Yeah, so look, here goes. She said, okay, that's the picture that I was going to use on the thumbnail. She said, okay, I see you in about 15 minutes. And I said, thanks. Then she said again, my phone needs to recharge. Give me 15 minutes. That was probably like an hour before. But yeah, we'll go through all this. We'll go through all this one day, man. This ain't set up for this tonight. But yeah. Yeah, she spent that $100 as soon as it went to her cash app. But it's all good. Yeah, I blessed to look at it that way. Take the sting out. Oh yeah, that's one. I already like I said, this was a month ago, right? This happened. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me tell y'all the date. So November the 26th. I was like, look, all right, no, that's what I said with it afterwards. So yeah, this was the 21st. So let me see. That's about 2.5 weeks ago, and I ain't said nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so you know it ain't it ain't bothered me. You know what I'm saying? Because if it really bothered me, like I'd have went on like I'd have been said something about it. But the only reason I'm saying something about it now is because the video tonight is she a trend? I don't maybe so. Maybe so. That may be. Yeah, she looked like say if you see you see the videos, you see the the conversation. You can tell she rough. She going through it basically. You know what I'm saying? She going through it now. Could it be because of what was done to her? Maybe so. So that's why what I'm saying. I just look at it like I paid for one of my old sins. Probably somebody I sold some baking soda to. They thought it was something else back back in my late teens. You know what I'm saying? Right. Somebody I sold $100 worth of baking soda to that I put in the microwave and put butter in it, and they thought it was cocaine. They thought it was hard. They thought it was that stuff you put in the pipe. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I paid for that. Something I did a long time ago. That's why I look at it. But yeah. Man, ain't no telling what old freaky people was doing, man. But I got the notification tonight. I said, well, I come on, like I guess got finished. I don't even know who won the game. I was looking at watching the game. You wrong, Rick. Yeah. I mean, I was terrible. That's what I'm saying. So I know. You know what I'm saying? Them tricks. Yeah, I know. Like, because I used to gamble a lot. So when I used to gamble and I would go broke, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, and when you just got you gonna think of anything to get. That's why I sound like my ex-husband. Yeah, like so you look, those things. So I mean, when you out there like that and you just you just living for the day. You're gonna think of anything to get a dollar. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna think of anything. But I used to go out there, man, and chop up right around Christmas time too. Right around Christmas time, you know, your parents might have that bowl of nuts on the table. And you know, what's that? That Macedonian, Macedonian or the Brazilian nut, the real hard one to crack, right? And you crack it though, but it's a brown nut. It's a brown nut, look just like that stuff that people used to put in pipes. And I used to go crack it there. I used to crack it there. Clap, clap, clap. Bag it up like it was real. Hit the block. You know what I'm saying? You know, as soon as they say, hey, yeah, you got it. You got it. They eyes big. My eyes big too. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. That. And they hurry up and go where they going. I go the other way and go where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? So, well, I almost got shot like that one time, though, me and my homeboy Juicy. I actually told this story. If y'all go back on the channel and look at it. But yeah, I almost got shot one time. Chestnut. Yeah, it might have been chestnut, but it was one of them nuts. Look, okay, that's back in the day. Then one time I had one knock my whole sack out of my hand in the car. They hit the back of my hand. Yeah, they'll do that because back in the days, they might ride through the strip, right? And so it might be about 5 or 6 people who see the car and run to it. And you run to it and you stick your whole packet of what, say, what you want? What you want? I got it. Everybody moving. And then a smart crackhead would just, like you said, and then they, and you just, you know what I'm saying, you running after the car. I mean, hey, look, it was that one time, man, this dude, like, so, man, I got a whole bunch of stories, man. So one time this dude, now, and that's why I know, like, the best customers were the white people who rolled through the strip. Because the black people, they would come and spend their $10 and they'll walk, they'll come back around, get $10, they'll go scam, bring back $20. But when you see the white people from out in the country come, they got 100, they got 200. You know what I'm saying? They pull up. In order to, so if you can beat the crowd, you just go ahead and hop in the car. Boom, you hop in the car, right? So I hop in the car with this big country white dude one time. He done been through the block before. Said, what you want, man? Give me 50. And he riding around the corner, right? So he riding around the corner. And so all of a sudden, we get to the stop sign. This joker punched the gas. Zoo! And try to hold me. He tried to kidnap me. Now, mind you, I was probably about 140, 150. You know what I'm saying? He done try to kidnap me, right? So I done elbowed him off me. And I you know what I'm saying? He done locked the door, but he had the old school door where you had to pull up the lock. So I pull up the lock, boom, go back the car. Did the axle Foley roll on the ground, on my whole side scratched up. I was like, man, this is getting hazardous out here, man. But hey, brother, yeah, man, the dude tried to kidnap me, man. Dude tried to kidnap, big white dude, man. That was funny. That was like, man, that's when I said, man, I got to do something else, man. But it was exciting too. Like it was exciting, like. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? It was exciting for real. But yeah, man. So yeah. So last one, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. But this is true stories, right? So me and my homeboy Juicy, I'm telling like we probably like 16 or 17. He moved in the middle class neighborhood, but he was hood though. Like his family, you know what I'm saying, was hood, but his mama had got her life together and she moved him out the hood, but he always wanted to be in the hood. So he moved it. We used to blaze every day. So one day we sitting around, we ain't got no money for no weed. You know what I do? I pull out, hey man, you know what I'm saying? I got these right here. He was like, shoot, come on, let's go to the projects. Man, we went to the project. Soon as we get to the projects, we see this old crackhead that we know. So I ain't gonna say her name because like her people be watching my show. But so we see her, boom. Hey man, what? No matter of fact, I see Jeff. Jeff was a crippled dude. He was a little crippled dude. So so he was like, man, you got something? I said, yeah. So we went to Jeff's house. It was the lady and the man. And so they were like, man, what? He said, let me get a dime. I said, boom, that's all we needed. We can buy us 2 blunts. Boom. So I gave the dime. We got on up out of there, right? Now, imagine they had to, you know, so they had to, we had to went across the cut. We gonna walk through the other part of the projects, bought our little dime. And so now we going back to my homeboy Pooky house. Rest in peace, Pooky. Pooky stayed right behind the projects. We just had to jump the fence and we was in his backyard. So we walking in the back of the projects, about to hit the cut. And the dude come out the back door. Hey! Bah! He do the screen door like that. Bah! Give me back my money. And me and my homeboy looked. We looked at each other. And he said, ah! And we looked at each other. We took off running. Do-do, 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 do-do. He gave, you know what I'm saying? He gave chase. But he ain't shoot no more. He just shot that one time. Do-do. Boom, we hit the fence. Ha! You know what I'm saying? We ran back to Pooky house. Pooky said, so Pooky, at the time, Pooky on house arrest. Pooky done shot at Ant-Man, you know what I'm saying, for beating him up. Now, yeah, like, so he was on like a year house arrest. He did it when he was 15. This is when he was 16. So Pook couldn't go nowhere, no way. So, you know, we always had to go. If he wanted to smoke, we had to go get the smoke. So that particular day, we went to his house. We rolled up. We rolled up. We blazed. Right? Unbeknownst to me, though, that one of the crackheads that we stung, and that's what we used to call it. We used to call it stung. One of the crackheads that we stung knew my cousin, who was also a crackhead on my daddy's side. My daddy's side, you know what I'm saying, was good. My mom's side was the good side. My daddy's side was the hood side. That's why he used to always tell me, don't go to my Aunt Julie Mae house. And I know if you listen to me, I'll tell you, you know the story too. But so and my cousin always pick on me about this too. So they knew my cousin who was a crackhead. So the crackhead took the other 2 crackheads to my mama and daddy house over there on Taylor Street, 1016 Taylor Street. They don't live there no more, so, but 1016 Taylor Street, right? Now I didn't know my crazy cousin Spade, Goop, Robert, they call him, took them to my daddy house and told them that I sold them some fake D-rugs and they need their $10 back. Now, my daddy, being the good Christian man that he was, of course, he gave him the $10. But, man, so I didn't find out that my dad didn't say nothing to him. He didn't say nothing to me. Only reason I found out was when I went over there, my crackhead cousin done told, you know, my other little cousins, like, you know, he my daddy age, so he my second cousin. Like, my daddy mama and his mama were sisters. So the little cousins out, they all laughing and joking. Yeah, man, they told them, man, I heard you stung, what you calling them, and Spade took it to your house. And, you know what I'm saying? I said, what? And so ever since then, I did not like Spade. I mean, he was my cousin. I still sold him crack here and there. But, you know, I always had something deep in my heart against him. And that came out one day. I beat him with an E&J bottle. But that's a whole nother different story. I might tell you that story one day. But that was something like that my cousin is still like, if I call him right now, hold on. This is funny. Like, he always pick on me with that. But I literally almost got shot trying to sell some I literally almost got shot trying to yeah. Oh yeah, he might be watching. He won't answer the phone. Hey man, turn the music. Turn the music down. Hey, what did Spade do, man? What did Spade do? When what you always pick at me about what Spade did to me when back in the day? You got a wire on something? Nah, I ain't got no wire, man. You on the show? What Spade did? What Spade do to me, man? That time? Oh, he went and taught those and talked for you. Oh, what he do? He went and taught those and got his money back. He went and got by, and that's your uncle, right? That's your blood. That's your blood. That's your people, man. That's your people. That ain't my people. Your family too, man. Yeah, ain't your family. My uncle, that's your cousin. Yeah, that's why I said it's my cousin. But why he do that though? Why he do that? He stung. I ain't sting him, man. That was juicy. 2 peas in the bar. Yeah, 2 peas in the bar. Yeah. All right, man. I just want to see you was up, man. Somebody said call him. Huh? You gotta give me the nickname we gave you for that. What you ain't give me no nickname for that. Oh, we call you Professor Kingston. No, man. They call everybody that who stung back in the day. King. No, man. TB said, hey, cuz. Oh, he know it's live. I told him he lied. He know. Well, you see, he already know what he always pick about. So don't say, everybody know now, man. So don't say it no more, man. When you get mad. Don't get mad at you. All right, man. Oh, no, this is my favorite cousin, though, right? But he is a paranoid schizophrenic. He a paranoid schizophrenic. Hey, look, he a paranoid schizophrenic, man. I'm gonna hit you back, man. Yeah. I'm gonna tell that story. I'm gonna tell it. All right. Hey, yeah, so that's my cousin Yante, right? So last story there, man. I'm gonna let y'all go. So that's my cousin Yante. Now the dude I was talking about, Pooky, rest in peace. He got killed like 2 years ago in June, right? So Pooky, now this was like probably like maybe like 3 weeks before he passed, right? So we sit at Yante house, right? Yante is me, Yante, as you just heard, and Pook. Now Pook and Yante, they always debating on something. Right? And so normally I try to stay neutral. I try to get both of them to see each side. Now, mind you, I'm sitting over there, Poop drank, he drunk, he been drinking. Every time he get drunk, he gonna say what's on his mind. He gonna argue you down. You can't tell him nothing, right? Yeah, I tell you, he smoke heavy. Like, that's all he do all day is smoke, right? So I just go over there and sit sometimes because, like, they're my peoples and we have deep conversations sometimes. So I forgot what this conversation was about. It was about a deep subject. Like, normally I try to stay neutral. I try to stay on both sides of the equation, right? But this time, like, Pook, I couldn't agree with Pook on no level, right? And so Pook going back and forth, Yante going back and forth. I'm chiming in with like, yo, this, that, and the other. So finally Pook say, man, listen, man. I don't know why I keep trying to explain myself to y'all. I'm sitting here talking to a recovering addict and a paranoid schizophrenic. Hey yo, that was it was funny to me. Like I bust out laughing. My cousin, he ain't laugh, right? Because he was like, you know what I'm saying, you're talking to a recovering addict and a paranoid schizophrenic. Like that was his way winning the argument right there. Like he was like, okay, listen, I ain't gonna, y'all don't understand because you're a recovering addict, which is me, and then my cousin the paranoid schizophrenic. Now I don't know if he's the paranoid schizophrenic, but he sometimes had those tendencies too. So I was like, man, I just bust out laughing because it was true on my part. Now by this time I had been 3 years. It's a combination, right? I have been sober 3 years, so it don't bother me, right? You know what I'm saying? But he talked, so that's what that's the only thing he had. That he had to hit us low. You know what I'm saying? But man, he do not like that. He still ain't laugh about it, man, because evidently he might think he got some sort of paranoid schizophrenia traits in his bloodstream, man. But yeah, man, that was good to me, man. That and reminiscing, you know. But rest in peace to Pook, man. I tell y'all about Pook in a while, and I just got this shipment. I just got a shipment of books, man. So yeah, if y'all want some more of these stories, my website designer is taking a little bit longer than what I expected. So hopefully the internet and the web store will be up by the end of the week. So you can go to the website, buy one of my 4 books. This is one of them. Blue Light Semi-Review. This is an old copy though. This is my latest book. But I got a nice shipment. I just actually received it today. So it's funny, right? Because Pooky said 2 weeks before he died, he sent me a message. Now he sent me a message out of the blue. He was like, man, he said, man, I'm gonna need you to write my book, man. And it's gonna be called The Life and Times of Cleveland Ward. That's his real name, Cleveland Ward. He said, you know, he said, I don't want you to write it until I die in 2043. He said 2043, right? And I wish I still had the old phone. I'll show it to you. But less than 2 weeks later, you know, he got killed. So that was like strange, you know what I'm saying? Because like I know enough about him like to write the book, like really, but yeah, man, that he was a good dude, man. He just, you know, he was a very good dude. He just put himself in some bad situations. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get the website up, man. As soon as the website drop, y'all know it. I appreciate y'all support. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to you know, all the shows and the lives and interacting and laughing and joking, because you know sometimes we got to take a break from the monotony. You know, I get a lot of calls and you know people be like, it's like, yeah, this morning, you know, the lady called me, was like, yeah, man, I'm just so sad, but all this stuff keep happening. Right? He tried to recoup himself. You funny, man. Y'all wow. But nah, it's like you know, all these stories is sad instances that you know people send me that I talk about. You know, people you know, the lady was like, man, it's just so depressed, man. Well, we got to do something. We got to do something. And she was like, and my husband, because it makes me so sad. And they said, my husband, he was like, well, turn it off then. Don't watch it. And I, you know, then I had to think about it. I was like, yeah, it got to be something, you know, else that, you know, we talk about at times in order to, not fall that deep into into despair, into hopelessness. So but yeah, so we're gonna get back with you. I appreciate y'all. Laughter is medicine for the soul. So but yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be blessed, and tune in tomorrow for some more information. But I thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and give you some rest. It's 12 o'clock. So yeah, it's about that time. Peace and love, y'all. Stay blessed. I'm out.